Bultitas, bienvenidas al Bulto Club. Ahorita ya empezamos, nada más que lleguen sus primos, y ya le damos. Hoy es una noche especial en el Bulto Club, en el en vivo de los miércoles. Nada más que llegue racita y ya le damos. Ahora, conste que ahora sí llegué temprano, culeros, para que no me estén chingando de que hoy llegué tarde y la fregada. Hoy llegué 9 en puntito, güey, para que no me estén chingando, pero ahorita ya le damos, nada más que lleguen un par de bultitos más y ya arrancamos porque hoy tenemos invitado a petición suya en el canal. Bueno, en el en vivo, más bien, sí, en el en vivo. ¿Tenemos anuncios parroquiales el día de hoy? No, creo que hoy no tenemos anuncios parroquiales. Sí, no tenemos, pero vamos a esperar que lleguen unos 4 o 3 más y ya empezamos. Mientras que, mientras tomaré agüita, porque es saludable. Tomen agüita, bultitos. A huevo, qué rápido, perfecto. Ya podemos empezar a la chingada. Bultitos, bultitas y bultitas, bienvenidos una vez más a el Bulto Club, a esta su amada sección Wednesday Night Bulto Live. Es lubricante, como siempre, estar aquí con ustedes, como cada miércoles. Y pues el día de hoy, porque ustedes lo pidieron, ¿verdad? Les traemos un invitado que ya ha estado en el canal previamente, ya lo hemos tenido aquí en 2 ocasiones, y el día de hoy lo vamos a tener por una tercera ocasión. Bultitos, bultites y bultitas, el santo patrón, Travis Banks. Bro, thanks once again for being here at Bulto Club. This is your third time, I guess, here. It's been a while
Third
since your
time?
last time.
Shit, it's gone so fast, man. So many times now.
Yeah,
Nah,
you're
I think so.
establishing
What
a
we did the
record.
yeah. I think we did the first one with at Bandito's gym, and then we did the one on your couch, and then what was this other time? Oh yeah, the other time. Yeah, and then
Yeah, this is the
yeah.
third
So
one. Yeah.
wow. Thank you so much. It's such a huge honor to have me to be on here.
My pleasure, man. So here's how it's gonna be. Bultitos, voy a hablar en español para ustedes, and I'm gonna
Okay.
speak in English to Travis because he understands a lot of Spanish. I can prove that he understands a lot of Spanish, but as far as I know, bro, correct me if I'm wrong. You're still struggling a little bit talking Spanish, right?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to like if you ask me a question in Spanish, it will take me a good like 5 seconds to think about how to formulate the answer, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it's fine. When I'm speaking English, it takes me like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine. So, yeah. All right. Entonces, voy a hablar de español, bultitos, para ustedes. Vamos a poner las preguntas. Man, we're gonna put the questions over here on the screen so everyone can see them. And then I'm gonna translate them for you so you can answer what the bultitos want to know, right?
Okay.
First of all, there's something you want to say to the Bultitos. It's been a while since the last time you were here. Actually, well, we talk very often, but this is the first time in a while that we are both sharing the same screen in front of a crowd. So, is there something you want to tell to the Bultitos?
I don't know, man. I hadn't really prepared for the interview. I was kind of just like, oh, I'll just put it on and see what happens. But no, again, it's just one of those things of like, just thanks for all the support. I think, especially in the last year, the online support for me and Jess as well has been like amazing, and it's all thanks to Bulto Club and stuff like that, you know. So thank you, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Travis dice, Bultitos, que les agradece mucho por el apoyo que le dan tanto a él como a Jess por estos años que han estado aquí en México, porque ya llevan un ratito aquí en México. You're about to age 3 years here in Mexico, bro? Or
No, it just went 2 years in September 15th. I think it was like our 2-year anniversary in Mexico.
All right. Sí, lleva 2 años aquí en México, entonces les agradece mucho por todo el apoyo que le han dado. Y vamos a empezar con sus preguntas, bultitos. A ver, dice, pues luego esta semana resulta que se cayó el techo de una iglesia en una ciudad madero. Mientras no mames, o sea, tú vives ahí, güey, donde fue earlier this week, bro. It turns out that the ceiling of a church fell down at Ciudad Madero, and apparently this guy lives over there. I'm about to confirm that info, but apparently that's what happened.
I thought you meant in the church. I was like, whoa. fuck? It's crazy.
Yeah, I think
In the
he
church.
was. I think he was inside the church, but I'm about to confirm that information for you. So next.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, like with that 2 years as well, bro. It's honestly, it feels like 10 years. It feels like we've done so much stuff in the 2 years that we've been here. Like some of my first matches, I think back like it was like 5 or 6 years ago. It's been hectic and crazy. So
Travis dice que en los 2 años que ha estado aquí se sienten como 10 años por todas las cosas que ha vivido en la lucha libre, aunque le han tocado muchas cosas bien locas. So, talking about this, bro, what would you say it's the craziest thing ever happened to both you and Jess here in Mexico so far? Something that really made you say it like, well, this country, it's surreal.
I think we might have talked about it last time. I don't know if we were on Bulto Club, but me
Yeah.
and Jess, the very first week that we were here, we weren't a part of it, but we were behind it, a drive-by shooting.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that story, but I thought
Yeah.
there was an update about the most crazy thing happened here in Mexico.
Shit, man. There's I should have come prepared because there's probably like a whole lot. Well, to be honest, like the show that I did last week for it was just like a random show. We did it in this. I think it was called Huatepec. It was like up a mountain, Montana.
Yeah.
So like it was like on the top of a mountain. Just this. It was like a basketball court and a church just on the top of a mountain, and like the whole town came out to see the show. It was crazy, man, and yeah, there was like it was just nuts. It was, and you probably saw the video of me in the cowboy hat,
Yeah.
just getting
We
amongst
all
the
did.
people and stuff like that. So like stuff like that. Like for me, I think sometimes I have to like take a step back and go, because like sometimes I can get frustrated with wrestling or things aren't going my way or whatever. But then I should take a step back and be like, I'm wrestling on top of a mountain. This is pretty crazy. Like it takes me to some crazy places. So, that's probably the wildest thing that's happened to me in a while.
Recently.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah. Bueno, Travis dice, Bultitos, que, bueno, esto lo contó en la entrevista que le hicimos aquí en el Bulto Club. Travis dice que pues una vez que estaban, los primeros días que estuvieron aquí en México, que a Ali y a Jess les tocó una balacera cuando iban en un carro. Eso lo contó aquí. Pero dice que algo loco más reciente que le ha pasado fue que hace una semana hizo una función en Huaxtepec, creo. Y que lo hizo Huaxtepec, right?
I don't know. Yeah. In Oaxaca. It was like by Oaxaca.
En Oaxaca, ok. Dice
Yeah,
que lo
Oaxaca.
hizo en Oaxaca y que literal la función fue en un cerro, Bultitos, algo pues muy típico aquí en México. Ahora, si hay algo que tenemos además de temblores aquí en México son cerros, y dice que en la punta del cerro que había una cancha de básquetbol y que ahí hicieron la función. Y dice que estuvo bien loco, que porque precisamente la lucha libre lo ha llevado a luchar en lugares que dices, no mames, ¿no? Como claramente lo puede ser un cerro, ¿no? Oli, hermano, Oli, gracias por estar aquí. Alex says hi.
Hello. What is? What is this?
It's like saying hi, but in Spanish. Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
It's like saying Oli instead of hola, but Wally.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very cheesy way to say hola.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is also Bultolingo. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
Puro pinche Mod King, Eddie Kingston.
I
already.
Can I just let me just take over the interview right now? Are you a fan at all, bro?
Myself?
Yeah.
You mean if I Eddie Kingston's fan?
Yeah.
You want the politically correct answer or the honest answer?
Well, it's your show, so I feel like you make the rules as to how you answer it.
All right. No, I hate it. I hate him. Yeah. I just can't take his way of wrestling. Yeah. Makes me sick. Yeah.
Now that makes sense why everybody keeps commenting about him to you. So
yeah, it's the same case with wrestlers like Evil from Japan. They also bothered me a lot talking about QT Marshall and which
hold on. We doing like a top 10 or like top 5.
Yeah, we definitely have our list. Yeah, we do.
Okay, so what do you got? So you got Eddie Kingston.
I would say Eddie Kingston, Evil. No, forget about it. I would say this guy, Bad Luck Fale from New Japan. Man,
He's
that
my friend,
bro.
man.
Oh, really? I
How
love
fucking
you, Bad
dare
Luck.
you? Nah, I got you. I understand. It's fine.
Yeah, he is a terrible wrestler, man. Honestly. Then I would say Eddie Kingston. Then I would say Miro, and then
Okay.
I would say Evil. Those are by far for me the worst wrestlers ever step a foot on our beautiful sport. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, right. This could be like the new Meltzer list, I think, in
yeah,
reverse.
exactly. Yeah, it's the anti list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bueno, Travis me pregunta que qué opino de Eddie Kingston. Pues ya le dije lo que pues, les he dicho a ustedes toda la vida, Bultitos, que me caga. Y me preguntó por mi lista de los luchadores que considero como los peores de la historia. Y pues ya le dije, ¿no? Que Bad Luck Fale, después Eddie Kingston, luego Miro y luego Evil sin lugar a dudas, la neta. Ok. Me voy a saltar a las preguntas, Bultitos, porque si no, estarle traduciendo todo a Travis va a ser un desmadre en el sentido de sus olis y así, entonces mejor vamos a saltarnos con las preguntas. Mira, sí vale la pena, vamos a decir. Muchas felicidades, Sobri, abracito. He says it's his birthday, so please say happy
Happy birthday.
birthday to, yeah.
Feliz cumpleaños. Gotcha. Don't worry
Años.
about it.
If you say anos, you mean anus. Yeah, so you better watch your
That's what I meant.
pronunciation.
That's what I meant. Happy ass.
Happy butthole, yeah.
Happy butt.
No, this,
bro. No problem.
you sure you don't speak Spanish? You seem like you do.
No. Not confidently. Not confidently. Soon, maybe. Me and Jess have been. We bought Babbel. You know, like the application for translation.
Yeah.
We bought that, so Jess is using it now. Actually, it's like learning at the moment. So yeah, so we've been trying to like do like a few classes every day, some classes every day, but it's like really difficult for me.
Bueno, dice Travis Bultit. Bueno, primero te desea feliz cumpleaños, Matías. Que te la pases muy chingón, abracito, Sobri. Y Travis dice que, pues sí, que él y Jess están tratando de aprender español en una aplicación, que tratan de practicar seguido. Les digo que sí entiende lo que decimos, o sea, le cuesta tal vez un poquito de trabajo, porque la neta, el español es un idioma muy complicado, Bultitos. Entonces yo entiendo que cueste trabajo, pero sí entiende la mayoría de las cosas que le digo, nada más se hace güey, ¿no? Pero sí entiende la mayoría de las cosas que le digo. Abracito, Sobre, abracito. He says hi, basically, yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Vamos a ver. Dice, ¿qué pasa? Porque esta misa fue el velorio de mi abuelo bisabuelo, además de que está justo. Oh, shit. He says, in this place where the ceiling fell off, it was his grandpa's funeral. So
was the funeral happening at the same time?
No. It wasn't happening at the same time. No. Thank God it wasn't that way. But what he means, no, what he means is that it's the same church, so it kind of freaks it. The fact that the ceiling fell down kind of freaks him out a little bit.
Yeah. No, well, sorry to hear about that, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it is. Dice que lo lamenta mucho, Sobri. Esperemos que tú no hayas estado adentro. Acláranos esa información, por favor, Sobri, porque si nos ¿cómo se llama? Nos causó intriga. Oh, he says you did a show on that church. You actually did a show on that church?
Shit, whereabouts was it?
Madero, Tamaulipas.
Shit, I don't remember, dude. Maybe. Who did I wrestle? That would be the question. Then I'll remember.
Travis pregunta que contra quién luchó, Sobre. A ver si nos puedes decir para más adelantito, ver. Oh, finally, a question in English, so you can rate yourself, bro. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind, but yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Who else is in the Gold Club? Bulto Club Gold.
I think he just kind of opened it. Yeah.
Oh, so am I the first member?
You're the first inductee? Yeah, that's the word, right? Inductee? Nice. Yeah, you're the first one, apparently. Yeah. Congrats. Yeah.
Who else should we put in it? Me, Miro, Evil. No.
No, never. No, please never get to those levels. Please. Bueno, dice que gracias por ponerlo en tu lista del Bulto Club Gold, que ustedes la acaban de inaugurar, cabrones. Yo no lo había hecho.
Maybe we should ask who's watching. Like, who do they think should be in the Bulto Club Gold?
Muy bien,
Yeah.
Bultitos, ¿quién creen ustedes que debería de estar en un salón de la fama del Bulto Club? Obviamente Travis, ¿no? O sea, Travis sí, definitivamente tiene que estar, pero I don't know, man. I would put there, I would inductee definitely Ricky Marvin because,
Okay.
besides he's a class act always, he gave me the
Yes.
chance to referee a match, which was one of my wildest dreams ever. So I
Yeah.
owe him a lot, man. Yeah.
What was the match?
Jess and a guy that I forgot his name against Yutani and Starlos, while Travis Banks was injured from his back down the ring. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the trading. Yeah, at trading.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was
like, when did that match happen?
there.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
and
you
I
were
remember
there,
that
yeah.
trading too because we were doing like crazy bumps out of the corner, and I just like hurt. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is good.
But it wasn't, well, at least from my point of view, it wasn't that terrible to look at it, because you simply fell on your back from low height. It wasn't that higher. You
Yeah.
didn't fell from I don't know, the third rope or
Are
something.
you calling me fucking not tough, bro? Is that what you're saying?
No, never. I've
No,
seen you do
Um,
crazy stuff like taking Walter chops and that stuff. So no way.
I
So,
know.
yeah, I respect you.
It's always the small things. Like, to be honest, sometimes I could get up from like the toilet or like the bed, and I'm like, oh fuck my back.
Yeah.
But I can do that. I can front flip out the ring, and it'll be okay, you know.
Yeah, apparently you can give 5-star matches, but when it comes to sleep on an uncomfortable position, you go like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
It's weird because maybe 3 years I got like an MRI on my back, and I had like a bulging disc in my spine, and I was supposed to get that fixed, but I never did. But I've been like on a pretty intense like rehabilitation, like mobility, like program and stuff for it. So it's fine now. But like at the time, it was like crippling pain. It was like, do you know what sciatica is? Do you know the like? I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but like it was like pain down my leg and into my calf and into my foot, and that was just from like years of wrestling that it like developed over time. So. But it's okay now. I'm all right. I'm fine
Awesome.
now. Yeah.
Travis dice que es que le estaba platicando de que Ricky Marvin debería de estar en el Salón de la Fama del Bulto Club porque me cumplió mi sueño. Además de que es un tipazo Ricky Marvin, Bultitos, me cumplió mi sueño de referear una lucha. Y Travis me preguntó que quiénes lucharon. Y pues ya le dije que Yes contra Starlos y Yutani y otro chavo que estaba ahí, que se me olvidó su nombre. Y que Travis estaba muerto debajo del ring porque se lesionó su espalda esa vez que estábamos grabando el Bulto Club en el Bandidos Gym. Y Travis me estaba contando que es una lesión que tuvo en la espalda y que en el momento no se la atendió y que tuvo que ir rehabilitación poco a poquito, pero dice que ahorita ya anda chingón. Esa es la historia. Hola, Sobri, ¿cómo estás? He says hello.
Hello, me, Travis. Hello,
man. Dice, first time to molestar X. He says, this is XF buttering time. Yeah. Bullying me. Yeah, he wants to bully me. Yeah.
Bullying time. Okay.
Yeah, bullying time. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will find out that basically what we do here, it's just random comments about whatever happened. So,
I've figured out Mexico a little bit that it would just be bully you and then that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Once you know that, you can get by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice, ¿qué está diciendo? No sé inglés. Pues para eso les estoy traduciendo, güey. Relájense. Yo los tengo, Bultitos. Tranquilos. Todo lo que él diga lo traducimos.
Mr. Travis. Oh, I got you. I thought he was saying like my Travis.
No, Mr. Travis, yeah. Dile a Travis que es God y que si se ha enfrentado a Eddie Kingston. He asks if you ever faced Eddie Kingston and that you're a goth.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't think so, but I really appreciate the comment. No, I don't think I have. Maybe in like a big like 6-man tag match or something in England, but I don't remember a time that we actually stepped in the ring together.
So no one-on-one.
No.
All right. Why you're laughing?
Just a conversation that we had off air.
Bueno, Travis dice que no lo ha enfrentado, Bultitos. Dice que tal vez que en una lucha así como de tipo 3 contra 3 en el Reino Unido, pero que al Chile no se acuerda. Dice, ¿por qué no piensan en nosotros los Andrades? Les estoy traduciendo todo, güey. ¿De qué se están quejando? Yo les traduzco, no se preocupen, no se preocupen. A huevo. Nice. Yeah, he understands perfectly. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Conpotense. What does that mean? Conpotense.
Stay calm. It's like
Okay.
Travis is in the house, yeah. So yeah, have good manners. Yeah.
You said stay calm, and I was like, okay, but I was like, wait.
Yeah. Sorry, that my bad. Yeah, my bad. It's like have good manners. I don't know if that would.
No,
be
I understand. I understand.
Yeah, but what it would be the expression
in English?
Yeah, obviously, man. You know, I know it in Spanish.
No, I think you would say stay calm. Like you'd be like, stay calm, Travis is here, or something like that. You know what I mean?
All right, awesome. Yeah,
or like don't do anything stupid. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah. So I wasn't that far from that.
No.
Awesome. Yeah. man. I had a flight to Detroit in 2 weeks, so I really have to practice. So I want to. Everything I said wrong, please feel free to correct me so I can improve my skills.
Okay.
Dice, qué poca, les voy a decir, they say you're better than other guests that we have had here in the live streams on Wednesdays. But every time other guests are here, they are like, "Oh, you're the best guest ever." Blah 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 blah.
Oh, thanks for making me feel special.
Yeah.
That's okay. Who's Uncle Jazz?
Remember Jazz, our camera girl?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. She's Jazz. Yeah.
Uncle Jazz. Tio Jazz.
Tia.
Yeah. Uncle Jazz.
Yeah. It was.
Jazz.
Yeah. It was owned Jazz, but yeah.
Okay.
Almost. Yeah, that's an honor. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's one of the things that I like a lot about Mexico, to be honest, is that I get to express I don't know,
to fall over random people. That's what you mean?
Yeah, that's my dream, just to fall over on random people. I don't know, just like the Mexican people, they just love to be entertained that way. You know, they love the silliness of wrestling. They love to laugh, drink, scream stuff, and all that stuff. Get so passionate about it. And you know, like that's a small part of it, but like being silly or goofy to the crowd is like, depending on the show, obviously I'm not going to do it in every match, but depending on what the match is, like that's like one of my favorite things to do, to like go in the crowd and be with the people and hear them laughing and having a good time, you know.
Dice Travis que algo que disfruta mucho de aquí de México es como la banda pues siempre está echando desmadre en el público y que le gusta mucho irse a luchar al público precisamente porque le gusta escuchar de cerca a la gente cagándose de risa, a la gente gritando pendejadas, la gente metiéndose dentro del papel de la lucha, y dice que pues sí, que le gusta bastante luchar en el público, que porque es parte de la lucha libre mexicana. I love this comment. Es muy bueno, es muy bueno. You know what Cambridge exams are?
Cambridge,
yeah.
Like in the UK?
Yeah, actually here in Mexico we have like we have like certified levels of English speaking granted by Cambridge. Okay. Yeah. So this guy is making fun out of it. Yeah. But in a very Mexican context, probably that's why you're not laughing at it. You still have a lot to learn, young Padawan.
I know, I do.
Dice, no nos van a leer. ¿Cómo no? Sí los leemos, claro que sí, claro que sí. Pero pues pregúntenle cosas al Travis, para eso los traje. Tanto estaban chingando que trajera a alguien, ahora pregúntenle al Travis. Dice, un solo de ellos, que te ven muy amables y hasta esperando around. He says hi to Jess and that you both are very kind.
Oh, thank you very much. That's nice. That's a really nice comment.
Yeah, actually, he, for a lot of live streams, he was like, I saw Travis and Jess near to my house. I saw Travis and Jess near to my house. So for a while, he was trying to get a picture with both of you, and he finally did it. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, man. Like lately, I just what's good. I think since the last time we've spoken, like a lot of my workers, mine and Jess's, have like our work's really picked up. We're working everywhere. Like tomorrow, I've got a show. Saturday, I have a show, and it's just like at first I was like, I really need more shows, and now I'm like, oh my god, I've got so much work. But it's good. It's what you want, you know. And and when I look back, because I write what I do is I write down all my matches. When I have them, I write them down because I'm like crazy like that for some reason. I read Jericho's book and I heard that he like wrote down all his matches that he's ever had. So I do the same thing. And when I go back through that book and I just see like how many matches I've had like this year and stuff, it's like shit. I've been to a lot of places. I've wrestled a lot of luchadors this year. You know, it's hard to remember everything. So you know, it's nice to see that the fans. You know, we can go out and like see fans all over Mexico.
Travis dice, Bultitos, que gracias, primero que nada, y que leyó el libro de Chris Jericho y que vio que Chris Jericho apuntó casi todas sus luchas, entonces Travis empezó a hacer lo mismo, tiene un librito donde tiene apuntadas todas las luchas que ha tenido en su carrera, y dice que el otro día lo estaba viendo, y que fue como de, no mames, güey, está en un chingo de lugares y luchado contra un chingo de luchadores, entonces dice que luego pues no se acuerda de todas las experiencias que pues ustedes le platican, pero que está chido que ustedes sí se las graban, que las tienen ahí escritas, ¿no? Pero pues que está chido que ustedes sí se acuerdan de las experiencias que tienen con él. Dice, les dije la foto de portada de mi celular, que es una que tengo con Travis Demetri y las Shotas, justamente cuando los fui a ver en esa arena que está detrás de la iglesia. Oh, yeah. He says that actually he's, oh God, how you call your, the image you have on your cell phone, how is that called?
Like a selfie? Or?
No, like wallpaper.
Portrait?
Yeah, the wallpaper.
Wallpaper.
Yeah. He says he has a picture of you and him as a wallpaper on his cell phone, and that picture was taken on the place on the church where the roof fell down. Yeah.
Oh damn.
So yeah,
yeah.
No, but he says that he says you were with Action Jackson and with the Shotas. And it was in Tamaulipas.
And it wasn't Nakopen, because I can only think it was that. But
yeah, it was at a church, the same church that lost his its ceiling. Yeah.
Shit. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look at my book.
Or maybe a piece of the ceiling fall over your head, and that's why you can't remember.
I got CTE.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that part, and that's actually what I was telling to the Bultitos, that it's very hard to remember every single experience you have had on a wrestling ring. It's super tough to remember.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm actually really grateful that I wrote down most of my matches, because I will go back and I'll look at matches like from years past, like 10 years ago, and I won't remember anything about them. That like. A wrestler, I won't remember the wrestler. I won't remember the finish. I won't remember anything to do with that arena. But I know it's there because I wrote it down, and it's just like, damn, man. I'm really happy that I kept that piece of history, you know, and I can go back and look at those things. So,
but you remember the important ones, which is what matters.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Or maybe the stupid ones or the bad ones. That I remember those ones the most.
Dice Travis que que no se acuerda de esa lucha, pero pues que de seguro la tiene apuntada en su libro. Dice que por eso le ayuda mucho tener el libro apuntado con todas las luchas que ha tenido, porque pues así puede más o menos recordar. Y dice que luego hay algunas que incluso las ve en el libro y ni siquiera se acuerda de cuáles son. Dice, estas Fastline también en función de la victoria de Tampico, donde está Wagner y Pirata Morgan. ¿Cuál vale más la pena? No, la de Wagner y Pirata Morgan, obviamente. What would you prefer, bro? If you have Fastline on one hand, or on your city, your hometown, you have a wrestling show featuring Dr. Wagner against Pirata Morgan live. Obviously, live shows are gonna be winning over pay-per-views most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I mean too. Like with Fastlane, like you have it on the network or Peacock or whatever, so you can go back and watch it. So I would rather, and to be honest, I just prefer live wrestling anyway, because there's more atmosphere and you have a better time. I think so. You know, I would probably pick the live wrestling first and then watch Fastlane later.
Yeah, same thing. Dice que él iría mejor a la función en vivo, que porque pues Fastlane lo puedes ver en repetición o nada más checar los resultados. Entonces, sí, la verdad, yo también creo que vale más la pena que vayas a la función sobre y que ya después veas Fastlane. Si tú imita a Pimentel en... No, esto no se puede. I gotta give you context about this one, bro.
Okay.
There's a super famous video here in Mexico about a singer of a metal band called Transmetal.
Okay.
It's a Mexican death metal band.
Yes.
But it is super fun because this band wasn't known at all. But this guy's claiming. But there's in this video apparently a couple guys were yelling at him that go off the stage, we don't want you to play, whatever. And he was like, these kids don't know who I am. I was featuring MTV in the early 90s. So it is super fun because no one knows who the fuck is him.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So
the funny thing about that is like you can just find that out. Like I can just go on Google and see if that was true, you know?
Exactly. But have you ever heard about Transmetal?
No.
No one ever did about that. Yeah. But that's the fun thing. So that turned out like into a cultural video that everyone knows within the metal scene and actually within the Mexican musical scene. It's pretty famous video and it is pretty fun. Yeah. Well, you can read that one.
Yeah, I mean, when I very first got here, I wrestled the show. It was for a company called Zumea, and I had never done like a Mexican 6-man match before. I didn't know the rules. I knew it was 2 out of 3 falls, but I didn't know you had to pin like everybody and whatever else. So like and again, I didn't really speak any Spanish, especially like lucha, like planning matches and stuff and talking about the match backstage and stuff. So like I had no idea what was going on. They just kind of just made noises at me and I went, okay, yeah, sweet, I got it, don't worry about it. And then like we went out, we did like the first 4 and I thought I was just doing the pin on somebody. I pinned them 1, 2, 3. I got up to celebrate and like the match kept going on around me and like they were just doing stuff and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like they started pinning people like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh, okay. And there's sort of like a crash course in Lucha Libre as to like what's happening. I was just like, oh fuck, I don't know what's going on. But now it's I was actually talking to Jess about this earlier. I was just like, oh, I just understand this now, like how it goes together and how how we work the people and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a big crash course at the start, but like slowly but surely I started understanding it.
Yeah. Dice Travis Bultitos que estuvo bien cagado, que porque cuando él llegó aquí a México, pues sí, más o menos le sabía las reglas de la lucha, sí sabía que pues el 3 contra 3, ya saben, ¿no? Lo típico de aquí, pero pues como no habla español, dice que le costaba un chingo de trabajo luego planear las luchas en backstage, y pues que básicamente pues cuando estaba en el ring comunicándose con sus compañeros, que pues a puros ahí pues gemidos básicamente era como se entendían, porque pues Travis no hablaba el idioma. Y dice que una vez estaba en una lucha y que pues ya le hace el pin, era un 3 contra 3, y dice que le hace el pin a uno de sus rivales y que se levanta a celebrar y que ve que estos güeyes todavía están luchando atrás de él y dice, pues qué pedo, güey, ¿no? Ya se acabó esta madre, y ya ve que sus rivales, pues ya cubren, bueno, que sus compañeros cubren a sus demás rivales y dice, ya. Y dice que ahorita ya le agarró más el pedo, obviamente, ¿no? Que ya sabe qué significa qué cosa y así, pues que ya no es tanto desmadre, pero sí es un pedo. Would you consider that maybe wrestling can be like a universal language? Like if you don't speak the language of the country you're at, you can have a match without any problem because both wrestlers know what to do, or it is a bound. It's kind of a how you say when you have a limit boundary.
Yeah.
Boundary.
So when I originally trained in Japan, that was one of my biggest fears. Like I was like, I don't know how to communicate with these people. What if something goes wrong? I don't know what to do. But what I soon learned very fast was that professional wrestling as a whole is a universal language. Some things are called different things. Like in Mexico, like a rana in English is like a tejera, like a head scissors sort of thing. You know, like sort of like those little things are different, but like for the most part, everybody knows that language. Like I've had some of my best matches with somebody I can't even speak to. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy to think that. And then there's been like little problems in the ring sometimes where something's going wrong and I can't communicate it. But I think by my body language, or if I'm looking angry or something, they can probably tell what's happening, you know? So that's a good question, because that's something I get asked a lot. Like, is wrestling like a universal language? And coming to Mexico, I actually didn't feel insecure, or I didn't feel like unconfident coming here, because I knew wrestling is a universal language, and I would just pick it up if that makes sense.
Yeah, that until you have to go to the grocery store.
Well, yeah, well, I can have a match in front of hundreds of people or thousands of people, but me and Jess couldn't go to the grocery store, and like we'd be like anxiety, like fuck, I don't know, just use our phone to translate. You know?
Yeah. Bueno, le pregunté a Travis Bultitos que si él considera que la lucha libre es un lenguaje universal, porque pues sabemos que pues es un pedo, que si no hablas el idioma, pues cómo te pones de acuerdo con tu compañero para hacer la lucha, ¿no? Entonces, dice Travis que cuando él llegó a Japón, que esa era, porque Travis entrenó en Japón con Masato Tanaka, de hecho, este luchador de ECW, dice que era de sus miedos no poderse comunicar con los japoneses porque pues, no habla japonés, güey, ¿no? Pero dice que sí, que en efecto la lucha libre es un idioma universal porque incluso aunque no hables el idioma, te puedes dar a entender en el ring por tus expresiones faciales, por la forma en la que te mueves en el ring, puedes darle a entender a tu compañero lo que van a hacer, ¿no? De hecho, dice que muchas de sus mejores luchas las hizo con personas con las que ni siquiera se podía comunicar. Y dice que aquí en México, que pues sí cambia la terminología un poquito, ¿no? Me estaba diciendo que, pues, por ejemplo, la hurracarrana aquí son tijeras en Estados Unidos, ¿no? O sea, nada más cambian los nombres de los movimientos, pero dice que sí, que en efecto podría considerarse un lenguaje un lenguaje universal, porque sin tener que comunicarte en el mismo idioma con tu compañero, se pueden dar a entender para sacar una buena lucha. Eso está muy, muy chingón. Ya sé, ya, sí, tienes toda la razón. Voy a empezar a leer más comentarios. He's complaining about the fact that I already read like 7 comments from the same guy. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I can actually understand that comment. Sorry.
Sí, buenas noches, Sabri. ¿Cómo estás? No, I wouldn't say that. No, I actually appreciate guys like Solo Sikoa, like okay. I used to appreciate Umaga.
I fucking loved Umaga.
Yeah, Umaga was great.
At the time, I thought I was like the only one that liked him, but I fucking loved him. When he had that fucking match with John Cena, and they took the buckle off, and he was like, oh, they took the ropes down. Oh, that was a fucking great match.
Yeah, and actually he had this talent about scaring the hell out of people, man. I was really concerned about Triple H every time he used to face Umaga, because this guy's gonna kill Triple H.
Yeah. Can I tell you, back in the day, I had like a big I don't know what it is, like a big like infatuation with like mid-card wrestlers. I used to just like love just like naming like mid-card wrestlers from like 2005, 2006, like you know, like Chuck Palumbo or like Mark Jindrak and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like the biggest fan of all those guys, and like Luther Reigns and stuff.
So in terms of NFL, we would say you were a fan of the Houston Texans.
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't know, but yeah.
All right. Bueno, dice Travis que de hecho, bueno, es que yo lo estaba diciendo que pues no, que no es cierto, o sea, ya hay luchadores gorditos que me gustan y salió el tema de Umaga y dice que él era súper fan de Umaga, que le encantaba Umaga. Dice que de hecho en los 2000, en el 2005, que él era súper fan de luchadores mid-carders de la WWE como Chuck Palumbo, como Which one else you told me, bro? Besides Chuck
Chuck
Palumbo?
Palumbo, Luther Reigns, shit, just anybody like that dude. And it was like Mark Jindrak.
Oh, Mark Jindrak, which turned out to be Marco Corleone here in Mexico.
Yeah. And I met. It was so fuck, dude. This is a bit of a story, but it's funny because like I always, for whatever reason, if somebody asked me what my favorite luchador was, favorite wrestler from back then was, I would just say, just as a joke, I would say Mark Jindrak. Like just that would just be my go-to wrestler that I would always say, like Mark Jindrak this. And then, shit, when I first got to Mexico, I met Mark Jindrak on a Roble show, and I messaged my best friend from back home, who we've been like friends for like 20 years.
Yeah,
wrestling fans as well together. We grew up with wrestling, and I messaged him. I was like, "Bro, guess who I met? Mark Jindrak." And he was like, "Fuck!" He's like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah."
Checked on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dice Travis que de broma él decía que su luchador favorito era Mark Jindrak. Para los que no sepan, Bultitos, Mark Jindrak es Marco Corleone. Porque en la WWE pues era un mid-carder, ¿no? Aquí en México sí se hizo estrella, pero pues en WWE era de medio cartel para abajo. Y Travis dice que él de broma decía que Mark Jindrak era su luchador favorito y que cuando llegó aquí a México que lo conoció en un programa y que le habló a uno de sus amigos en Nueva Zelanda para decirle que güey, no mames, adivina quién conocí, a Mark Jindrak. Y el otro güey, no mames, güey. Sí. Ha recibido una oferta de AAA para ser parte de la empresa. He asks if AAA have offered you a contract or a date or a wrestling show or whatever.
Not right now. No, nothing. So I would like to, like, that was like obviously one of my goals in Mexico, to like work for like one of the biggest companies here. So that's like my big goal that I'm want to work towards. But as of right now, I haven't heard from them or nothing. So
dice que no, que es su meta luchar o para el Consejo o para la AAA, que es así su máxima meta estando aquí en México, pero que no lo han contactado para nada. If one day you get to either both AAA or CMLL, what would be your goal now being inside any one of them?
So whenever like somebody asked me this question, it was the same when I was in WWE. I would always just it's the biggest thing. Like you want to go for the biggest things. Like for me, it would be the AAA title, or
Yep.
I don't know, the CMLL have a heavyweight title. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No. Yeah, that pisses me off, bro. But I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, it's CMLL's fault. No one knows which is the biggest prize in CMLL because not even them know which is their biggest prize. So yeah,
exactly. So like that again. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I just wasn't actually sure.
I actually want to disrespect.
But for me, if I was in either company, it would be the biggest spots against the biggest stars for the biggest prize. If it's hair versus hair or mask versus hair or whatever like that. Those are my goals, because that's the type of wrestler that I like to be. I want those top spots. I want to do good business, and I want to really, especially here in Mexico, I want to show the people that I'm committed to being here and being a big star on the Mexican scene.
Dice Travis, Bultitos, que bueno, es que yo le pregunté que si llegara a cualquiera de las dos, que cuál sería su máxima aspiración en la que sea de las dos, y dice que pues el campeonato mundial, ¿no? Bueno, dice que el megacampeonato de AAA, y me preguntaba que si el campeonato mundial de peso completo del Consejo, como no sabiendo si ese era el máximo premio del Consejo, y le digo que en efecto nadie sabe cuál es el pinche máximo premio del Consejo Mundial, porque ni ellos saben cuál es, güey, pero sí, sería el campeonato mundial de peso completo. Dice Travis que es el tipo de luchador que a él le gusta hacer, siempre ir por lo importante en las empresas y porque quiere hacerle saber a la banda aquí en México porque él de verdad está comprometido con estar aquí en México y con ser una estrella en la lucha libre mexicana. Entonces, que pues la manera de demostrar eso pues es yendo por el megacampeonato o por el campeonato mundial de peso completo del Consejo Mundial. Talking about that, bro, going for both CMLL's World Heavyweight Championship or the AAA's Mega Championship.
Yeah.
As far as I know, you don't need to be a heavyweight wrestler to earn a shot for the Mega Championship, but
Yeah.
you need to be a heavyweight wrestler to earn a shot for the CMLL World Heavyweight Championship. So, would you be willing to turn into a heavyweight?
What's the weight limit? Like, what's the heavyweight weight limit?
I think it is 99 kilograms. I don't know in pounds, but in kilograms, I think it's 200
200
20
pounds.
pounds, 200
20
pounds,
pounds.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe not, man. Like for me personally, like me and Jess at the moment, we're like going crazy working out. We're trying to get in the best shape that we've ever been in. And like for me personally, like ever since I started working out, it's so hard because I was a very small kid to put on weight. So like going up to 99 just seems like like 100 or whatever is like the most impossible task to me. So I don't know if I'd have to put some like weighted shoes on, or like like on Dragon Ball Z with like the weighted vests. I have to wear something like that to make the weight. Yeah.
Maybe tacos could be that easier.
Yeah, maybe strict diet of just tacos.
Travis dice que bueno, es que yo le decía que sí él estaría dispuesto, porque en AAA no necesita hacer un peso completo para ir por el megacampeonato, pero en el consejo sí tienen esta categorización por pesos de los campeonatos. Entonces pues tienes que pesar 99 kilos para poder ir por el campeonato mundial de peso completo del consejo. Entonces le pregunté que si él estaría dispuesto a subir de peso para contender por ese cinturón, y dice que no. Dice que pues sí le costaría mucho trabajo, porque pues su fisionomía no está hecha para eso, ¿no? Y que no podría, aunque tal vez con tacos, era lo que estábamos diciendo, probablemente.
Could I let me throw a question to you? If you could put me in a company, one of those companies, CMLL or AAA, what do you think would be better?
Damn, bro. Actually,
or like, again, like what's the pros and cons?
Yeah, I would say that maybe in AAA they would appreciate your style a little bit more than in CMLL, but you probably would have the chance to get the spotlight, like in terms of international exposition. But man, there's no. I mean, who would you really want to face in AAA? I think AAA it's going through their worst era, talking about roster, with all due respect to AAA roster, but I think they are lacking of stars. So who would you face? Besides Hijo del Vikingo, I don't think there are other top stars in AAA, because you can probably say Penta and Phoenix, but they are more AW than AAA, so they don't count for me. And on the other hand, you have CMLL, which of course has this crazy wrestling level, and everyone is so freaking good over there, but you can't aspire to anything else than one day lose your hair. That's what it's going to happen. Actually, Dave Meltzer a couple days ago said that he loves CMLL style, but he has never granted a 5-match start to CMLL. And I think that's because CMLL has nothing to offer in terms of storylines or prestige. Yeah. It's just the same.
Would you say it's more of a spectacle of a show?
Yeah, actually, I would say that it's a cultural demonstration.
Okay,
that's all, which is sad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty fun. Yeah,
but which is sad, because you will agree with me. If you are the oldest running promotion in the business, you should be the number one in the world. And that's not the case. So I don't know when. Probably to have more interesting matches, I would put you in CMLL, but to give you the spotlight and to make you grow a little bit more in the Mexican scene and maybe in the US scene, I would say AAA. But I mean, it has a lot of pros and cons both sides.
Oh, it's just interesting. I like to hear like people's opinions on both sides, you know, like
Yeah.
it's just always interesting to me because obviously everybody, especially in wrestling, always has a different take on everything. So like I
Yeah.
just, you know, it's good to hear, like, as a wrestler, like how people think about that, you know.
Bueno, ahí les va esta traducción de 5 minutos, bultitos. Lo que Travis me preguntó a mí, me hizo la pregunta de que si él llegara o a AAA o al Consejo Mundial, que cuál yo preferiría para que él llegara. Le digo que para mí las dos están de la chingada porque tienen demasiados contras en lugar de pros. Le digo que del lado de AAA sí tal vez podría tener un poco más de exposición, pero pues no hay mucho que hacer porque no hay mucha competencia. O sea, no hay luchadores en AAA con los que digamos, verga, güey, lo queremos ver luchar, ¿no? O sea, quitas al hijo del vikingo y a Taurus y ¿quién hay, güey? ¿No? Entonces, le digo que ese sería el desmadre en AAA. Y en el Consejo tendría muchísimas luchas de calidad y se enfrentaría a auténticos monstruos de la lucha libre con un chingo de talento, pero no aspiraría más a que estar cada pinche viernes en un 3 contra 3 y a perder un día su cabellera. Eso es lo que pasa en el Consejo Mundial, ¿no? Entonces le digo que, pues, por un lado me gustaría tal vez en AAA y por otro lado me gustaría en el Consejo, pero la verdad es que ninguna de las dos aspiras a mucho, lamentablemente era lo que yo le decía, y él me dice que pues, le gusta mucho escuchar ese tipo de opiniones para pues, saber a qué tirarle, ¿no? you got that?
Yeah, I got you.
That's awesome. Dice, no, ya leemos un chingo de Dieguito. A ver, bueno, última Dieguito, porque sí tenemos que leer más a tus primos. Dice, esa vez me dio un empujón, no sé si porque estaba. Oh, he says that you pushed him, but he believes that you were into your gimmick when you did so.
Yeah. Again, yeah. I'm not the type of person that just walks down the road and just pushes people. I always the thing with when I'm doing my thing, you know, when I'm out there and I'm working and stuff, like I think a lot of people. Well, I'll give you an example. Like last week when I did that show on the mountain, this guy, he tried to fight one of the wrestlers, and to me, like, that's gonna ruin the show. Like, I don't want this to like escalate to that. You know, that's not why we're here. We're all here to have a good time. And if you've seen the video of me with the cowboy hat, that was actually a direct response to that. So I took a guy's cowboy hat and I went up to him and I started doing like the cowboy thing, you know. And that was just to de-escalate the situation, so he didn't feel threatened or like he thought the wrestlers were gonna fight him or anything like that. So, you know, it's important for me to just make sure everybody's having a good time, man. And I'm not really trying to fight the crowd or anything like that, you know.
Sir, you stole the microwave? Yeah, but I was on my gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It was just my character, bro. What?
Yeah, it's just my character, man. Dice Travis que sí estaba en su personaje, que no fue nada mal pedo. Y sí, le creo, porque es muy buena onda el güey, la verdad es muy tranquilo. Dice que de hecho tuvo un show la semana pasada donde se puso el sombrerito de vaquero, ese show que nos platicó ahorita de que luchó en un cerro. Dice que un güey, ya saben que nunca falta el cabrón que se quiere pasar de pendejo y luchar con los luchadores y agredirlos. Dice que pues Travis ahí le quitó su sombrero, que ese sombrero era de ese güey para más o menos calmar la situación, porque pues obviamente, como él dice, eso arruina el show porque todos van a pasársela bien y nunca falta el pendejo que se quiere pasar de listo, entonces que pues hay que tratar de mermar esa situación para que no se salga de control y que esa fue su reacción para que no saliera de control. Travis Banks salvando el día como siempre, bultitos, claro que sí. Dice he's asking you to tell an albur.
You asked me this the very first time we met.
No, not only the very first time. I have asked you this for tons of times. I'm concerned about the fact that you haven't done any research on this.
I can't think of one like off the top of my head, but like, I don't know. I can't think of one, dude. Like, I was thinking this just as we came on live. I was like, he's gonna ask me about an albur, and I was like, fuck, I don't have one. Shit, so as soon as I saw the word come up, I was like, oh fuck.
Years go by,
man. Give me one so I can think about it.
For example, I mean, there are very creative ones, but the easiest ones I would say are names. Like names.
Okay.
For example, Deborah, it's a name.
Okay.
It's a female name in Spanish, Deborah, right?
Okay.
And the last name would be Meltroso.
El trozo.
Meltroso. Uh-huh.
Okay.
So if you sectionate the name, if you say
Yeah.
Deborah,
Deborah.
Deborah could be like eat as well.
Okay.
Deborah on a different context would be eat. And me, you sectionate Meltroso and it would be me el trozo. Devórame like eat me,
Me el trozo.
devórame el trozo, which would be like suck my cock. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
learned like 'cause that's the only thing I like. I just learned like words, like bad words in Spanish.
We're
Like
very
that's
rude
all.
in this country. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all anybody ever like teaches me. Like when I'm on shows.
Yeah. It is actually pretty fun to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
But
thinking about some, but I don't know if I can say it on your show.
yeah, you can.
But is this something? Is pantufla something?
Oh yeah, pantufla. You want the you want the exact translation or
It's
you
a
want
slipper, no?
the what?
It's like a slipper, like a shoe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the illusion, bro. But yeah, it would be sleeper, but
Yeah.
on the other hand would be pussy. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if someone tells you that they want to lick your pantufla, tell no. Yeah, tell them no. Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
Bueno, Travis acaba de aprender cómo alburear, Bultitos, porque llevo pinches 2 años diciéndole que aprenda a alburear, porque si no se lo van a agarrar de bajada y nomás no ha investigado qué mierda es eso. Y ahorita me acaba de preguntar que qué significa pantufla. Le digo que, pues, o sea, sí son las pantuflas que se ponen en los pies para dormir, pero pues que también, pues la pantufla es el órgano sexual femenino, Bultitos, para aquellos que no lo sabían. Y le enseñé un albur muy leve, muy de kinder, el de Devórame el trozo, que pues es de kinder. Ok, vamos a leer, a ver, ¿de quién hemos leído? Ah, mira, a ver, dice. Todas mis preguntas para Travis. Ah.
Okay. I don't know if I've talked about SCW that much on your show, but this company is one of my favorites that I've worked in Mexico. They have a strong style, like, you know, that's the style of their wrestling, and fucking the promoter there is Rene Rocks, and I've wrestled him maybe 3 or 4 times now, and they've been my absolute favorite matches in Mexico since I've been here. He's an incredible luchador that I hope other people will start taking notice of. As far as guys that I haven't wrestled there, I'd love to wrestle Poison Jr. one-on-one. I'd love to wrestle Hades, Toro, shit. But those are the main ones. Poison definitely, because he's like a young up and coming kid, and he really is putting in a lot of hard work to just be better at wrestling. And I can tell he's the type of guy that really cares about the business. His family really loves to see him succeed. I remember that one of the last matches I saw at a show, his parents were there, and they were super excited to see him wrestle. So he's probably number one in SCW.
Could you repeat his name, please?
Poison Jr.
Poison Jr. Bueno, dice Travis que le encanta luchar con Poison Jr., que porque le echa un chingo de huevos y que de hecho le gusta mucho que su familia lo vaya a ver luchar, que Travis sintió bonito de que la familia de Poison Jr. lo fuera a ver luchar, y dice que SCW en Morelia, a quien por cierto les mandamos un abracito, yo he visto un par de luchas de ellos, y aparte aquí Mau, si no me dejará mentir, él comentó una de las luchas y le salió súper chingón. Esta empresa moreliense tiene un estilo strong style que a Travis le gusta mucho y dice que es de sus empresas favoritas con las que ha trabajado aquí en México, SCW en Morelia. Ok. Abracito, Sobri, muchas gracias por estar aquí. He says hi.
Hello. What was that hi from before?
Wally?
Wally's.
Wally. But you never say that. Yeah, never.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, no. It's not like you would say better like ¿qué onda?
Okay, yeah. Let's see.
¿Qué onda? It's more like slang way, but not that rude and not that cheesy. It's like medium term thing. Dice, saludos tío XF, ya se nota que hay presupuesto para invitados. Ay, Travis Aguas con el tío XF ya agarró a las, ¿qué? Las mañanas de los promotores de no dar garantías, por eso muchos invitados están vetados. He says that now I'm investing on cool guests for the show, so he's praising you, yeah, and he says he tells you, he warns you to be careful about me because I don't what did he say? I'm like some promoters here in Mexico that don't pay what they are meant to pay to the wrestlers. That's what he said. You ran out of light.
Yeah. Sometimes the power goes weird.
Oh right, yeah.
So like it turned off a little bit. But it should come back on soon.
Oh right.
Sorry,
But
just in the dark. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're paying me in tortillas and tacos.
yeah, I'm paying you in experience on. Yeah.
Projection.
Projection.
That was a big one when I very first got to Mexico. A lot of promoters would say,
Oh, yeah.
"I'll pay you in projection," and I was like, "But I've been in the WWE. Why would I need projection?"
Exactly. Yeah. And actually, yeah, my stomach doesn't need any projection, dude. It needs
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice, Travis luchó en un Grand Prix México versus extranjeros, hizo equipo con Demetrio y otros más, enfrentó al Jesse Ventura y al resto. Oh, he says you had a match like a Grand Prix kind of style match alongside with I think it was Action Jackson against the Mexican team. You were like in a rest of the world team against Mexican team.
Oh, that's happened so many times since I've been in Mexico. That's all they use me for. The rest of the world is just me and some other Mexican people. Oh, okay.
Dice que eso le pasa mucho, que siempre lo ocupan para hacer ese tipo de luchas así de México contra el mundo. Es algo muy choteado, Bultito, es muy choteado. No, que estoy de acuerdo. Ese podría ser el... That could be Bulto Club Hall of Fame. Yeah.
That one right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, that's a good question. I think I am coming to Sonora very soon. I think. I can't remember which date it is though. Like, if you check my social media, it'll be on there, 100%. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I am coming to Sonora. My question: which is my favorite theme song of any wrestler? Oh no, it's like, okay. So this. It will be on. Do you remember WWF Forcible Entry, like the CD? It was
No.
like a soundtrack, and they brought out.
Yeah,
it was called Forcible Entry, and there was like loads of like theme songs and stuff on there, like Chris Benoit, whatever, and like Kane's theme and stuff like that. But it would have to be off of that, and it would probably be Chris Benoit's whatever theme. If I had to pick.
Yeah, that one it's pretty good, but I think it's banned from WWE, right?
Yeah, well, that makes two of us, you know. So
yeah. I think I think it's actually banned from everywhere because I as far as I know, if you play that song on Facebook, it has like a warning before playing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I think that happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like any other. Like Kane's was always pretty cool. Slow Chemical, but for Kane's theme.
Yeah.
Was it by Our Lady Peace? I'm not sure. I can't remember that. But
don't know.
Bro. Whatever it is, Slow Chemical was pretty sick. Kane's theme. He was always like one of my favorites growing up as well. So.
Bueno, dice Travis que que sí, que probablemente esté en Sonora, que cheques ahí en su Instagram su lista de shows en los que va a estar, pero que probablemente sí. Y que de sus canciones favoritas, que le gusta un chingo la de Chris Benoit y la de Kane, que son las dos canciones que más le gustaban del CD de canciones de la WWE. A ver, tío, pregunta para Travis. What do you think about Dia de Muertos and the Mexican perception of death?
What I think about it?
Yeah.
The day of it?
Yeah, what do you think about Mexicans' Death's Day? Like the one it's like the one it's after Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool because like when we very first got to Mexico 2 years ago, it was like just obviously coming up to like Halloween and then the Day of the Dead. So like we got like a proper like Mexican experience coming here. And what I love about because I've lived in like Japan, I've lived in the UK, I lived in Australia, New Zealand, and America. Not too much in America, but maybe like 3 months or something. But like what I like about living in Mexico is the tradition and like just on any day, like any days you guys celebrate, there's always fireworks. There's a big community feeling. Everybody's really happy to see each other and like everybody's talking to each other. Like it definitely makes you feel like a community and like a family. So when these days happen, like we like it because it's not like anywhere else that I've lived before. But this particular day, like I love it because I love Halloween anyway. Like that's one of my favorite holidays. So like just to see everybody like it was just awesome. It was just a crazy spectacle to see when we first got here.
Dice Travis que le gusta mucho el Día de Muertos, que porque le gusta un chingo Halloween y que pues es parecido, ¿no? Y pues sí, la neta sí, son parecidos. De hecho, ambos vienen de la misma celebración cristiana celta, ahí es una mezcla rara. Y dice que pues él ha vivido en Australia, en el Reino Unido, en Estados Unidos, que ha vivido en muchos lados y que dice que lo que le gusta de México es que precisamente que en todos nuestros días feriados hay un sentimiento de pertenencia muy chingón y que todos son muy fiesteros y que siempre hay desmadre, en el buen sentido, ¿no? De que hay cohetes y que hay mucha fiesta y festejos. Y sí es cierto, Bultito, sí, sabemos cómo celebrar días festivos, la neta. I have to point out something, bro, about what you said. You said you lived in America.
Yeah.
I mean what I understand what you mean, but here in Mexico it's not like we like a lot when people refer to the US as America, because America it's the whole continent. So when in the States, of course, you have to say America, right? But when you're outside the States, you better say it like United States or the States instead of America, because many people, I don't care about it, but many people get mad about it. So
really?
Many people.
I think from where I'm from, like New Zealand, like stuff like that is really like we don't ever think about stuff like that. You know what I mean? We just go, America or United States. It's either or. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But for many Latin people, as the whole continent, it's named America. Many people got offended if you called specifically the States America and not the whole continent. That's only when you're here in Latin America. When you're back at any other place, you can call it whatever you want. Yeah,
that's good to know. And it's funny because like a lot of people, when we walk down the road, me and Jess walk down the road, a lot of people ask us if we're from the United States. Like that's like the first question everybody always asks us, and I think it's because they're like angry or something. I'm like, no, I'm from England. England, or Jess says she's from England. I'm from New Zealand, and they're like, oh, okay. And then they're really nice to us.
Yeah, we have that kind of weird feeling towards American people. I don't, but many people do. I would say it's a little bit of an historical feeling because of the Mexican-American War and the way.
Of course,
and the way the US have treated Mexico as their backyard sometimes, and the way they don't like a lot Mexican people being on their country. But I mean, that's not like an absolute thing. That's the main problem, that people go to absolutes and they don't know how to separate individual ways of think of the whole country, but many actually have you ever been called gringo while you're staying?
So when me and Jess walked down the road, we at first it didn't really bother, like, well, it didn't bother us that much, but now we get it a lot. We didn't get it so much at first, but we got güeros a lot. Obviously, güeros, güera, whatever, just yell at us. But then we started getting gringo a lot, which I hadn't, like, hadn't really heard too much, but I know that's American, right? Like that you'd say that if they're American, right?
Yeah,
I get
gringo
that.
is it specifically.
Yeah, I get that called a lot at shows, and then like if a fan or like somebody in the crowd goes, "Oh, gringo," I'll be like, I'm not a gringo," and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, that happened very often.
Yeah.
Dice Travis que bueno, es que yo le dije que trate de no decir, es que hay mucha gente mamona aquí en México, bultitos. Bueno, es que lo entiendo, o sea, en parte lo entiendo. En la mayoría del mundo, la gente se refiere a Estados Unidos como América, a pesar de que todo el continente se llama América, ¿no? Entonces, lo que le estaba diciendo a Travis es que, pues, cuando esté en Latinoamérica, trate de no referirse a Estados Unidos como América, sino como Estados Unidos, porque hay mucha gente que sí se encabrona, ¿no? A mí me da exactamente lo mismo, güey, pero que hay gente que sí se encabrona para que no tenga problemas. Y me estaba diciendo que mucha gente aquí en México que les han preguntado a él y a Jess que si son gringos, y que cuando ellos dicen que no, que los tratan mejor, y le digo que sí es cierto que hay cierto resentimiento hacia la gente de Estados Unidos aquí en México. No todo, no siempre, pero de repente sí lo hay. Y dice que también de repente lo han llamado gringo, ¿no? Y le digo que pues él no es gringo, ¿no? Los gringos nada más son las personas de Estados Unidos. Eso fue lo que dijimos. Dice los otros contenidos por la lucha del campeonato. Ajá. Si tienen el pendiente y esa lucha será en el final de temporada. Ok. He's telling us about the match for the SCW Championship between Hades and Poison Jr.
Okay.
Yeah. Dice, pregunta de Travis, el que sintió al derrotar a Will Ospreay y si por Ospreay. He asks, what did you feel when you defeated Will Ospreay? And what did you feel when defeated Will Ospreay? Because he's one of the very best wrestlers in the world. And I can say, I saw that match and it was nuts.
Yeah. I've had two matches. I've had two matches with him. So I had one in 2017. Well, they were both in 2017, actually. One was for the Fight Club heavyweight title, and the second one, the one that you probably saw, was the Progress title.
Yep.
And for me, it was like going into those matches, the first one especially, it was like, obviously you know his reputation, and you know what type of wrestler he is, and you know what you have to bring to the table. And that first match was really fucking important to me because I wanted to show that I was just as good as somebody like Will Ospreay. I come away from that first match and I was so fucking tired. We had like done about 4,000 moves to each other. I couldn't catch my breath, but I was really happy with it. But I was like, I knew in my head that we could do a better job. So the second match was set for Progress, and now Progress around Christmas time, well, it's like their last show of the year. They used to do a show called Unboxing. Now it was a show that nothing gets announced. It's just, here's the show, tickets on sale, come. So you don't know what match you're going to get. You don't know who's on the card, nothing. And I was Progress champion at the time. And it was the last show of the year for me. And after a very, very like successful year for me, that was like the year that I blew up in the UK. And this match was set. I came out with the Progress title, and then obviously Ospreay's music hit. And the people went fucking crazy because Ospreay was there. And then we had a match that like I was really, really fucking proud of. And at the end of a year, that had been like my crowning year as like building my name and my reputation on the scene as you know, and growing my brand and stuff like that. So to cap the year off with a match like that against Ospreay, I was really fucking proud of it, and I still think it's probably in my top 3 matches of all time. So.
Bueno, dice que estuvo muy chingón, que porque lo enfrentó 2 veces. Primero fue por el campeonato de Fight Club Pro en el Reino Unido. Y que la segunda, que es la que yo vi, fue en Progress por el campeonato de peso completo de Progress. Y dice que estuvo cagado porque fue un show en el cual no anunciaron luchas, que nada más fue como de, güey, Progress va a venir hoy. ¿Vas? Aquí hay boletos, ¿no? Pero no les vamos a decir qué luchas hay. Y que Travis sale a defender el campeonato, pero sin saber quién iba a ser su oponente. Bueno, él sí sabía, ¿no? Pero, o sea, me refiero a que el público no sabía quién iba a ser. Y sale Will Ospreay, que todo el mundo pues, se va de nalgas, ¿no? Y dice que significó mucho para él, que fue de sus mejores 3 luchas que ha tenido probablemente en su carrera. y que sin duda eso ayudó también pues a que se fuera hasta arriba en el Reino Unido, porque él de por sí ya estaba muy, muy over en el Reino Unido por el hecho de ser el campeón de Progress. Bultitos, para aquellos que no lo saben, Progress era, ahorita ya bajó un poco, pero era junto con Rev Pro las dos empresas más importantes del Reino Unido, ¿no? Entonces, pues si tú eras el campeón de Progress, pues obviamente eras un pitudo, ¿no? Entonces, pues a Travis le subió mucho la popularidad de eso, y pues aparte después luchar con Osprey, pues todavía se fue más para arriba, y sí dice que le gusta. Este comentario es una joya. This comment, it's gold. Would you like to be part of my company? This happens every fucking Wednesday. Yeah.
Thank you, Dorian.
¿Qué dice? And the Bills, Chavis with the Cowboys and... ¿Qué? What? What do you mean? Yeah, I didn't catch that.
And he's trying to translate it.
Yeah.
What's up? How do you say
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, no. Okay,
No.
I won't do it.
No, that's an albur. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll break it.
I didn't know how to say it, though.
Yeah, I'll break it down for you. Yeah. It's Jaime, it's a name, right?
Yeah. I watched Blue Beetle. That's the name of Blue Beetle, so I got you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see Blue Beetle, so I don't know. But yeah,
Jaime. Good,
yeah. Really? For me, the DC universe, it's dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel the exact same way. But like, I was going into Blue Beetle because me and Jess, we watch fucking movies all the time. So like, I was going into it just being like, man, I'm pretty tired. I don't really care. But I came out, I was like, that was pretty good actually. That was a pretty good movie. But it's just gonna get lost in all of the rest of the DC shit, isn't it? So
yeah. Well, going back to the albur.
Go.
Jaime, it's the name. Costecho, it's a weird last name, but it can be.
Yeah.
And Perez has nothing to do in the equation. It's just for making it look like a normal name, but Perez has nothing to do, right?
Okay.
The albur, it's between Jaime and Costecho, right?
Costecho.
So first thing, mecos means come.
Nice.
Right? So
yeah.
Mecos.
Oh, gotcha.
There it is, right? Mecos. Techo, it's like I throw to you. So
I got you.
Mecos, I throw to you.
Yeah.
Right? So there's the albur.
Nice. Got it. I'm going to remember that one. I'm going to try to remember that one for next time on Bulto Club.
All right. That's a good one.
I think obviously the only companies I really knew were CMLL and Triple R. Again, I couldn't tell you any stories that were going on in either company because you don't really know that. The only thing that you do know is really like the stars of like AAA.
Yeah.
So obviously I knew Psycho Clown, Pagano, and stuff like that, and like that was with AAA especially. That's what made them stand out to me because I knew the stars more specifically than I knew like CMLL stars. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's for them. Again, it's like you said before. I think they're just more of a mainstream company in terms of their actual the stars that they present on TV.
But would you say that AAA has the same followers such as WWE or the same following outside Mexico? Because I do believe that neither CMLL or AAA has following outside Mexico, but you lived over there, so you could tell us better.
I wouldn't say it's I don't know this for sure, but as far as my perception of wrestling was, the bigger company, this was before I came here as well. So like that was my perception back then. The bigger company was AAA because it was more mainstream. Yeah. And because they appeal to more mainstream things like AEW or Impact or stuff, like then I guess by proxy they would have the more of the following outside of AAA, outside of Mexico, sorry.
Yeah.
Whereas like CMLL, even though I knew about it and I knew like what it means to Mexico and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people don't really know who's in there and who's a part of it sometimes. Like apart from one or two big stars, you know, like
But
Mystical, something like
yeah,
that.
but it was not like people in the UK were carving about getting AAA's pay-per-views on their TVs or something.
So no, I don't. No, I don't think. I think some fans, some diehard fans, obviously, because that's like any
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
We would get the pay-per-views like wrestlers, and we would all like come to my house or something and watch like Triple Mania or something like that. But I don't think there was like people really like talking about it that much outside of like the diehard fans, you know.
Ya. Dice Travis que él sí conocía tanto a AAA como al Consejo estando allá en el Reino Unido, pero que no sabía mucho de lo que estaba pasando. Dice que conocía más AAA que porque AAA es un poco más mainstream por el estilo que manejan. Que el consejo sí saben de su existencia, pero no saben qué está pasando en el consejo, que no saben quién está, no saben qué pedo, solamente saben que existe. Y de AAA por lo menos ubican a los luchadores, dice que tampoco saben mucho pues, qué pasa, pero que por lo menos ubican a los luchadores y que de hecho él veía mucho a Psycho Clown y a Pagano y que eso le ayudó a adaptarse más rápido acá porque él conocía ya ese estilo. Y yo le pregunté que, o sea, a pesar de que pues sí saben de su existencia, si de verdad tenían tanto seguimiento como otras empresas, ¿no? Y pues dice que no. Dice que, o sea, que él entre luchadores, pues sí, de repente veían Triple Manía, pero entre luchadores, ¿no? O sea, que no había una base de fans así sólida en el extranjero viendo empresas mexicanas.
I think that's probably
Ok.
why. I think that's why, in my opinion, Triple Mania is important because it's kind of like WrestleMania. You feel like you need to see it because it's it's perceived as a big show in Mexico. So like outsiders will watch that, going, okay, let's check out some Mexican wrestling. I may as well check out Triple Mania, or if anything else, and because that's all we would check out. That's the only pay-per-views we would get, and then I mean, obviously I've watched stuff on YouTube, but it's not like the same,
Yeah, but for example, if we do the comparison between AAA and, for example, New Japan, definitely they don't have the same numbers outside Mexico than New Japan. I mean, New Japan, it's huge outside Japan,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say the same thing about Mexico or CMLL.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, yeah. It's hard because for me, like, I can't really remember my thought process back then outside of Mexico, because now I'm more like insular to Mexico in my thinking and like how the companies are and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to remember how people would talk about those companies, and did they know who people were? And the thing is, like, I'd never seen matches, but I knew who the stars were,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I was, for example, I was in Houston last month, and I went to Monday Night Raw on Houston, and I asked many people about if they knew AAA or CMLL. No one knew, bro.
well, that's another thing though too, because like I think because we're such fans of wrestling, we know
Yeah.
like everything of stuff. We forget there's like levels to wrestling. With WWE, like that's so mainstream. People only watch that. Like it's weird for us to think that like if you know Raw, then by default you should know AEW. But there's a lot of people that don't know what AEW is.
Yeah,
And like
exactly.
it's levels, it's just the exposure, or the casual fan that's like different.
Ya. Dice Travis que, ¿qué me dijo, güey? Dice Travis que en el Reino Unido que sí, que sobre todo le prestaban atención a Triple Manía, que porque sí lo tienen considerado como el show premier de México, lo cual está chingón. Entonces que Triple Manía sí era como de sí lo tenemos que ver, güey, ¿no? Pero pues hasta ahí. Y le digo a Travis que ahora que estuve en Houston, que pues allá la banda no topa ni a Triple A ni al Consejo Mundial. Y dice Travis que pues es que hay niveles, ¿no? O sea, que el fan casual pues no va a conocer más allá de WWE porque WWE sí es muy mainstream, ¿no? Tiene razón en ese sentido.
Dude, just before you answer anything about that, did you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast about Hulk Hogan with Hulk Hogan? Sorry,
Not actually.
fuck man, like I just like if you're a wrestling fan, obviously Joe Rogan isn't a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know the history of like wrestling. But some of the shit Hulk Hogan was saying, I was just like, this makes no sense. Like he's just lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was just like, oh, I was getting really mad listening to it. I was like, that didn't happen. I was like, what the fuck?
No, actually, Buffalo always says that I'm racist because I say that Swerve Strickland, Carmelo Hayes, and Wesley look exactly the same and wrestle exactly the same.
That's racist, bro. Wow.
Fuck off. No, man, I love many black wrestlers. Like, for example, Montez Ford. I think he's a gun. I love the way that guy wrestles. I also love Kid Lee. You know, I love many black wrestlers, but of course Buffalo just wants to make a huge thing out of nothing.
It sounds like you're doing damage control, bro. It's like, yeah, I've got black friends. Don't worry about it.
No,
No,
man.
Nah, I got you, man.
Thanks for the help. Yeah, thanks for helping me, bro. Yeah. Yeah. What else? Dile que se ponga. Buffalo says you better learn Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean with Buffalo? Yeah. That's his style. Yeah. But actually, the other day, you know, Buffalo always says that to me. But actually, the other day, I post a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And what he told me, he goes like, "Why don't you look white on that picture?" And I was like, "Why should I look white on that picture?" Yeah, yeah. He's kind of the king of shit posting. Yeah.
Yeah.
By far. Por decir que los campeones de parejas deben valer. What do you think about this, bro? I believe that tag team titles should be more worthy than trios titles. But Bultito said that here in Mexico, because of the 6-man tag tradition, the 6-man titles should be more worthy. Should be worthy, actually. Is that well said? I said that well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand you. Yeah. Well, what company? Because the thing is, like, they only mean something if whatever promotion is pushing them properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they're in good stories, or that, like, again, you can have a great tag team or a great trios team, but if they don't have great opponents, then you know what I mean. If they just whatever, like, I don't know, like it's neither here nor there really. I think there is value to both, especially now here in Mexico. I think the 6-man, like before, 6-mans to me were just big matches that were like whatever, and now because I've been in Mexico so long, I'm like, oh yeah, I see the value to them and like how cool they are and can be. But also for me personally, like I'm a massive fan of tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
So like I'm on board with you. Like I think there should be importance of that because tag team wrestling is like a specific skill as well. Like it's a specific, obviously, style because there's obviously it's different than like a singles match, but like it's such a specific style and it can be so fucking awesome and exciting and you know, like there's been tag matches I've had here with like Alpha Wolf and Dragonbane that have just been fucking like roller coaster, wild, crazy fucking matches, and like I love that fucking style of wrestling. So, you know, I guess it's just how it's promoted in whatever brand it is, if it's AAA or CML or whatever it is. Like, just as long as they have a strong fucking division, I'll watch either one, 6-mans or tags. You know,
which actually both of them lack of.
How do they? Oh, okay, yeah.
Dice Travis Bultitos que para él depende de qué tan bien construyas tus divisiones. Dice que de nada te sirve que tengas campeones bien chingones si no tienes retadores chingones para los títulos. Entonces, que depende mucho de cómo estén las divisiones, tanto en tercias como en parejas, depende de cómo las lleven. Pero dice que a él personalmente le gusta más también en parejas, que porque es una forma muy cool de lucha, que tiene su propio chiste incluso a un lado de la lucha individual. Y dice que las luchas con Dragon Bane en parejas que le gustan un chingo, que porque hacen cosas súper chidas, que le gusta más el estilo de parejas, pero que depende mucho de cómo lo manejen. He asks, which is your greatest inspiration in wrestling? I mean, like places you want to get to, or people you look up to, or milestones you want to get through your career?
Oh shit. Fuck. I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, obviously, I had goals at one, a lot of big goals at once, and like when I hit WWE and I was training with like Shawn Michaels, obviously, and like Triple H was like the boss. Like that was like a pretty fucking crazy, like surreal experience, and some pretty big goals that I ticked off. I got to main event a pretty big WWE show, which was the Royal Albert Hall. It was like the UK like the second UK tournament for WWE. I got to work in like an arena in like Houston and stuff like that. But then after all, obviously that's gone away. Like I was thinking, fuck, I don't know what my goals are. And then coming to Mexico, everything sort of has like shifted, and like I make new goals, and like things become way cooler to me. Like again, like main event. I really want to fucking do like mask versus hair, something like really fucking special for like a big company. Like I don't know who against or what, but like I want to, how do I say it? Like I want to kind of set myself in the history of like Lucha Libre, or like set my legacy in Lucha Libre with some big feud or big opponent, big match like this, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice Travis que cuando estaba en WWE que pues le encantaba entrenar con Shawn Michaels y que Triple H fuera su jefe, que eso estaba súper chingón, que le gustó mucho estelarizar el show de NXT que hicieron en el Royal Albert Hall, que fue en el Reino Unido, también shows que hizo en Houston, que esas han sido sus inspiraciones, y que sus metas es específicamente aquí en México quiere hacer algo muy grande, quiere tener una lucha muy grande tipo máscara contra cabellera, porque sabe que eso es lo que más deja aquí, y quiere hacerlo para una de las dos compañías grandes y poner su nombre en el libro de la historia de la lucha libre. Me imagino, por como él lo dijo ahorita, yo me imagino que sí quiere llegar a ser un extranjero tipo el Mesías, porque todos estamos de acuerdo en que el Mesías es el mejor extranjero que ha venido a México. Entonces Travis quiere hacer algo por el estilo, ¿no? Would you agree, Mil Muertes, el Mesías, Ricky Banderas, it's the very best foreigner ever came to Mexico?
Yes, I would say so.
Awesome.
Is that your favorite foreigner?
Yeah, and it's my buddy. I love him.
Okay. so just on that as well, like so like that's I guess that would be like a inspiration for me as well, to be like I want to be considered one of the best foreigners in Mexico, like of all time. Like when people like talk about Love Machine or like Art Bar, I want to be considered in that conversation of like these guys came to Mexico, but they didn't just try to use Mexico to, they just didn't try to just come in and out and just be here and be on shows. I actually want to be a part of the fucking history and create a legacy for myself here in Mexico.
Yeah, you don't see Mexico as a springboard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people probably thought that when they first came here, but that's never been, that's never been the way that I wrestle. When I go somewhere, I like to immerse myself in the culture. I like to be a part of the scene, be a part of the history, and that's stuff that really fucking like amps me up to do well, and really like makes me want to do better here in Mexico, because I don't just want to be here as another foreigner. I want to fucking be the foreigner in Mexico.
Dice Travis que sí está de acuerdo conmigo en que el Mesías es probablemente el mejor extranjero que ha venido a México, pero que a él le gustaría ser como tipo Art Bar, Love Machine, que porque pues sí, yo creo que después del Mesías tal vez él sería el segundo más grande extranjero que ha venido a México, Love Machine, y dice que él quiere dejar un legado, o sea, que él quiere ser considerado de los mejores, si no es que el mejor luchador extranjero que ha venido a México, que él no quiere que ustedes tengan la idea de que él ve México como un trampolín, sino que lo ve como el lugar donde quiere estar y quiere hacer historia aquí, y pues eso está muy, muy chingón. Which ones would you say were the biggest obstacles for you when you first got here to the Mexican scene?
I can't think of any one thing. Just I guess. Oh fuck! I don't want to like bury anybody.
No, you don't have to say names. You just have to.
There was I'll just say a generalization. There was a few wrestlers that obviously didn't want me to be here and tried to stop me from being places and wrestling and with promotions and stuff like that. So there's been a few of those things where like I've been blocked from companies, which when you like again, without my situation anyway, when you come to a new country and you're trying to build a name for yourself and make money and try and fucking live and put food on your table for you and your fucking girlfriend, it wasn't the fucking easiest when people were trying to also block me at the same time. But the good thing about having somebody like Jess on my side is she keeps me like I could easily get angry about that situation, or I could easily like lose focus. But like with somebody like Jess on my side, she keeps me focused and helps me like, you know, a clear fucking direction towards my goals. So like, what I had to do was just suck it up and just eat a little bit of shit, and then just keep on pushing through and keep on trying to fucking be successful and keep on trying to work everywhere that I could, show people that I'm serious about being here. And that I was willing to work everywhere, anywhere. Fuck it, if it's a backyard in Mexico, I was willing to work there. You know, so like that was one of the hardest things to overcome at the very, very start when we got here, was a lot of wrestlers who don't even like really know me trying to block me from work, and I don't really know why they would even care, I guess, you know.
Yeah. I want those names after the live stream.
Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you.
Dice Travis Bultitos que sí hubo un par de luchadores que lo intentaron bloquear cuando él llegó aquí a México. Y pues situaciones pendejas, ¿no? Que pasan en la chamba. Pero dice que alguien que pues le ayudó precisamente a mantenerse enfocado en lo que tenía que hacer para pues lograr sus metas, que pues es Jess precisamente, Jessie Jackson, para los que no la conocen, que pues es luchadora y aparte pues es su pareja. La hemos tenido aquí en el Bulto Club también, está toda madre, la prima Jess, y dice que pues ella lo ha ayudado mucho a enfocarse en lo que tiene que hacer, y que él ha estado dispuesto a tragarse platos de mierda y luchar donde sea, porque pues es parte, ¿no? De poder llegar al lugar donde uno quiere llegar, y sí, es básicamente lo que dijo.
Oh shit, fuck. Do you have any, like, can you think of any like urban legends?
Well, most of them are completely fake, so they are very popular, but they are considered to be fake, and it is actually pretty easy to prove them wrong. So oh man, what I would say, I don't know. No, I can't think about one actually. Maybe. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, one of the ones that kind of came to my mind straight away was like, it's when the Chris Benoit stuff came out.
Oh well, that's a completely separate thing from theory. That's a whole religion, bro.
Yeah, like conspiracy theory. Yeah, like I remember there was like a theory that like Kevin Sullivan had like done it. You know what I mean? So
that's dark. That's pretty dark. Yeah,
that was like a big one at the time. I remember, and
remember the Wikipedia thing about Chris Benoit?
No, I don't remember that one.
That I think he had a match against CM Punk at One Night Stand, and he didn't show up. Yeah. And a guy on Wikipedia wrote that he killed himself. But that was 9 or 12 hours before finding the corpses. Yeah.
Yeah, corpse. Whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know that. Yeah. That's crazy.
And actually, it was crazy because this guy's IP direction turned out to be in Connecticut, which is the place where WWE headquarters are. Yeah, that was pretty insane. Yeah. Our channel is gonna get closed right now. We're getting like, oh,
you're just gonna see somebody from off camera just grabbing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that one is a pretty crazy one. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Kevin Sullivan one was like a big one. I can't think of anybody like any others off the top. I know there's loads because I was like talking about them the other day, but like I can't think of any off the top of my head.
But yeah, let's say that the Chris Benoit Kevin Sullivan thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one that comes to mind.
Dice, es que le preguntamos por cuál era su teoría favorita en la lucha libre, su teoría conspirativa o leyenda urbana, y dice que probablemente la que le viene a la cabeza es la de Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan era un luchador que estaba en WWE, me parece también al mismo tiempo que Chris Benoit, o en WCW, creo que fue en WCW cuando esto pasó. La esposa de Chris Benoit, Nancy Benoit, era esposa de Kevin Sullivan. Y se supone, no sé bien cómo estuvo ese pedo, ya se me olvidó esa parte, pero creo que Chris Benoit se la bajó, güey, a Kevin Sullivan. Y Kevin Sullivan resultó que era satanista, algo así. No estoy muy seguro. Entonces hay una teoría conspirativa que dice que Kevin Sullivan fue el que orquestó todo el desmadre de la muerte de Benoit en venganza a Benoit por haberle quitado a su esposa, porque de hecho hubo una ocasión en la que creo que sí estuvo datado que Kevin Sullivan amenazó a Chris Benoit. Algo así pasó, pero bueno.
I love Elitas, man. So I don't know. Elitas like my favorite food. Mexican, like Jess loves Mexican food. So like we try to go to we try to eat out, like and go to some Mexican like proper like street food or something like that, like once a week. Just the normal stuff like chilaquiles and stuff like that, you know, enchiladas and stuff. We love that stuff. So.
But you prefer them over chicken and wings, or?
I don't know, man. I love Elitas.
Oh man,
I love Elitas. It's my favorite food. It's like my favorite food. So.
Dice Travis que, bueno, le pregunta aquí Tommy Martínez, le pregunta que si prefiere la comida mexicana o las alitas de pollo. Y dice Travis que está difícil, que porque sí le gustan un chingo las alitas de pollo. O sea, que dice que sí le gusta la comida mexicana, pero dice que le gusta más las alitas de pollo. This question, it's a good one because it's something that I always think about. Could we say British style it's the fourth greatest wrestling style? Because, you know, when at least when it comes to cliche things, you can tell American wrestling, it's kind of, it's more like a TV product, maybe, with a lot of gimmick thing and that stuff. When you go to Japan, you could say that there's a lot of hard hitting and mixed martial arts kind of thing as well. And when you look to the Mexican style, you can say that very technical with a lot of high flying. Those are the cliche conceptions of every single style. But when it comes to the UK wrestling, would you consider it to be like the fourth main style? And how would you define it if it's the case?
I'm not, again, like there's some fucking very good wrestlers from the UK, obviously. Pete Dunne actually taught me, Butch, if you're a WWE fan.
No, Pete Dunne is fine, yeah.
Yeah, he taught me a lot. And like Tyler Bate as well, they taught me a lot about that kind of British hold for hold, catch as catch can style of like of wrestling. But I think that's more of an older style that's probably not as taught as much as it should be. Again, it's just because of, you know, who's got schools and who are the trainers and stuff like that. Now, I think the style more so in British now, in the British scene now, is more like probably like old school, like not old school Ring of Honor, but like it was derived from that, like this kind of super indie style. Yeah. You know, a lot of like Japanese influences, a little bit of lucha. Like, you know, it's a combination of like all styles. So I don't know if the British style is as prevalent as it was in the past, but it's definitely a definitive style of wrestling. If you ever watch any of World of Sport or like watch things like guys like Johnny Saint or Mick McManus or I'm just trying to think, like even like old school Dynamite Kid and stuff. You know, it's very different to anything else that you see, and I appreciate that style. Like it's amazing, but I don't know if it's as prevalent today as it was in the past.
But would you say it's like a primary color? I mean, like it's an original style, or would you say it's an kind of an hybrid of another styles?
The old school or now?
Yeah, the old school one. Yeah.
No, I think it's its own original style. It's very
No,
like
right.
old based. Yeah. You know, Japan's really strong style. Lucha Libre is technical and high flying and stuff like that. Americans more showboaty and stuff like that. And then British wrestling was more mat based, hold for hold kind of thing that you know you don't really see anywhere else. Like, and yeah, that if you ever watch any of that stuff, it's fucking incredible as well. Like, I don't know how they come up with half of the stuff that they did.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, like I think now the Brit Rest style, I guess, or the scene is more, you know, it's like more super indie based. But then again, that's a lot of the wrestling world on an independent level anyway. Is more like super indie, and everyone kind of does similar things. And I don't want to sound like an old wrestler, like, oh, everybody's doing the fucking same things. I think it's just, especially when I was there, we were like trying really hard to be fucking like super indie, like fucking just whatever we can think of, crazy fucking matches. And I don't know, and then it carries on. Like,
Dice Travis Bultitos que Tyler Bate y Pete Dunne le enseñaron mucho del estilo tradicional del Reino Unido, que es un poco más técnico, algo que una vez les explicamos aquí en el canal, es más así de pues sí, totalmente técnico, porque deviene del catch as can que pues comenzó Carl Gotch y toda esa banda de antaño del Reino Unido, que después fueron a Japón a enseñar la Inoki, y de ahí pues devino el puroreso japonés. Dice que hoy en día tal vez el estilo británico no es tan elemental como antes, no es tan propio. Hoy es más una mezcla de otros estilos, pero que el estilo original británico, que sí era totalmente original, valga la redundancia, en su forma de ser, pero que hoy sí es un estilo muy, 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 muy indie. What do you want to do on your leisure time?
all we really do is me and Jess, we go to the gym for about 3 hours, and then because we're on a diet. We diet and we work out pretty hard. So after the gym, we just eat. That's about it. I play my Switch. We watch like Netflix. That's about it, really. And like sometimes, to be honest, though, we like walking around. It sounds really fucking boring, but like we just walking around the city, like Centro. Like we go down Centro and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, that part of the city is just really beautiful. So like we like to go walk around there and stuff like that.
Dice Travis que la mayoría de su tiempo libre se lo gasta en el gimnasio, que van como 3 horas a chingarle macizo, y que de ahí se van a comer, que pues eso es prácticamente todo su día, pero dice que le gusta mucho jugar con su Switch, con su Nintendo Switch, y de repente ver Netflix, y que de repente cuando sí están muy aburridos, que les gusta pues, ir a dar la vuelta, que específicamente al centro les gusta ir, porque pues al Chile sí está bien bonito. What do you think about René Rocks?
I mean, I said it before, but like amazing. Like I think he's. I'm not even joking. Like I've wrestled Will Ospreay and I've wrestled like Ricochet and you know, top names, Keith Lee and stuff like that. And I've wrestled Bulto and stuff. And I honestly, genuinely believe that Renee would be in the top anywhere in the world that I've wrestled.
Dice que bueno, es que ya nos había contado, pero dice que pues sí, que lo aprecia muchísimo, que le cae súper bien, que es un excelente luchador, que a pesar de que ha luchado pues contra monstruos del deporte como Will Ospreay y los demás que dijo, que pues sí pone en un lugar especial a René Rocks porque le gusta su estilo. Vamos a ver qué otra dice, pregúntale si le gustaría apostar su máscara que viera en algún momento. Ya dijo que sí. He is asking about if you would ever like to put your hair on the line. You already answered that question. Yeah. Dice, entiende la dinámica de los insultos o elogios mexicanos. You understand whenever Mexican crowd tries to insult you or praise you, or are you still struggling with identifying which one it's what?
No, I understand it. It's
All
pretty
right.
easy to understand. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go down a little bit. Dice, ¿qué categoría de peso es el tío Travis? How much you weight, bro?
Do you guys do kilograms or pounds?
You're in Mexico.
I don't know. What do they use here?
Kilograms.
Oh, okay, 85 kilograms. Then, so.
You would be then like a middleweight?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, sí. Travis sería peso medio, bultitos, efectivamente. Dice, how influent was Finn Balor for the European wrestling scene, in your opinion?
I mean, he was one of the first to fucking like really like transcend and go to like, well, he went to New Japan, didn't he? But like, you know, and even like on an independent level, there he was doing crazy shit like nobody had ever seen. Like, he was like, I don't know if you've ever seen this famous like picture of him dressed as the Joker.
Yeah.
That was like from Progress Wrestling, and that was like really fucking like popular at the time. That was like super like important for like the independent scene. And then obviously he went on to be super successful. So, you know, I think a lot of people like really, especially for like young guys like us, we really wanted to like mold our careers after Finn. Like, we wanted to go overseas and we wanted to do what he's done and follow in his footsteps and stuff. So, you know, and you know, a lot of us have been to Japan back and stuff, and you know, so very, very fucking important, I think.
Dice que fue muy importante, que porque pues él fue de los primeritos que brincaron de Europa para todos lados, se fue a Japón, se fue a Estados Unidos, y que después de verlo, pues que sí muchos quisieron seguir sus pasos de pues estar de trotamundos en todos lados. Y sí, yo también consideraría eso, que Finn Balor es de los luchadores más importantes de Europa por el hecho de haber brincado a tantos lados, ¿no? Porque pues tenemos los ejemplos de Drew McIntyre, tenemos los ejemplos de Sheamus, que se fueron directo a WWE, pero Finn Balor anduvo más en todos lados, güey. Finn Balor estuvo en México, estuvo en Estados Unidos, estuvo en Japón. Entonces sí significa bastante. Siento contenta porque conocí a mí, a la Christy James, y alguien accedió. No, man, I really envy this guy because he says he met Christy Giants.
Okay.
Dude, I love that woman. I'm in love with that woman.
Yeah.
She's you know, besides being an amazing wrestler, because I think she's a super great wrestler, and I actually like a lot of his gimmick and the way she conducts herself in the ring.
Okay.
Man, I love her. Yeah, she drives me insane.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of her, but again, I don't even think I've met her, but we've always been she's always been very nice to me online, following me, supporting me and stuff like that. So, you know.
Yeah,
Good.
maybe one day we're gonna be out on a double date. Yeah.
Hey. How did this happen?
Dice, pregunta qué divierte más de hacer luchas por equipo o individuales. Fatal 4-way. What do you enjoy the most? Individual matches, tag team matches, or fatal 4-way matches?
Singles matches, like 100%. Like, I think when it comes to a singles match, for me personally, I can show. How do I word this? I can show like everything, like like the complete version of me as a wrestler. You'll get in a singles match. You know what I mean? And I always feel better because I get to do more. I get to you know, I can like, I can tell a story. I can sell a certain way. I can be more specific in uh, how I make my match. I can be more specific and do the things specifically that I want to do and portray within my gimmick and stuff like that. So I find singles matches a whole lot more rewarding. I find my bigger reactions come in singles matches. I love all types of wrestlings. I love tag matches and stuff like that as well. But like, I feel more of a complete wrestler when I do a singles match, if that makes sense.
Dice Travis que le gusta más las luchas individuales, que porque se puede expresar mejor, que obtiene mejores reacciones del público y porque puede contar una historia de manera pues, más apropiada. Dice que le gusta también luchar en parejas y en fatales de 4 y en lo que sea, pero que pues en las individuales es donde se desenvuelve mejor. Y pues sí, pues es que es un trato más personal, es un trabajo pues entre dos personas, es más fácil que tengas el reflector encima a que si estás con más luchadores, ¿no? Entonces dice que se siente más cómodo así. Well, that one is in English.
Yeah. I mean, I like, to be honest, like stuff like that. I think stuff like long title reigns can work well, and I think it gives them more credibility when somebody doesn't lose it. Again, depends on the situation, depends on the promotion and the wrestler. But I genuinely like longer title reigns because it means more when that person loses it. I don't there was a period in WWE when they were just hot shotting the belt on SmackDown between like Big Show and fucking Brock Lesnar, and I hated that era because I was like, this doesn't really feel like it means anything. Like the titles really mean anything when they're just bouncing from people
Yeah.
to the person. I don't know if 3 years is the right period of time. Maybe 1 year, maybe 6 months. I don't know, but a longer period of time before they lose it, so you can build up a better story and you know it actually means something when they drop it to somebody.
Ya. Dice Travis que sí le gusta, pero depende mucho de cómo lo manejen, porque dice que lo atractivo de que un güey dure un chingo con el campeonato, pues es que cuando lo pierda va a ser muy especial. Entonces, dice que hubo una época en la que Lesnar lo tenía y lo perdía, lo tenía y lo perdía, y que esa parte no le gustó, que porque no es tan choqueante cuando lo pierden si es un reinado muy corto, pero que igual depende mucho de cómo lo manejen, porque pues hay reinados larguísimos que son aburridísimos, pero que sí significa porque en el momento en que lo pierda, pues va a ser muy significativo, como lo que está pasando con Roman Reigns, güey. El día que Roman Reigns pierda el título va a ser súper turbo, hiper significativo, ¿no? Another one in English.
No, I don't really like. I still have my WWE login. Please, nobody tell them, so I can watch events. So I still have that, but like I don't really. I don't watch that much, or I don't watch it through those pages because also the ads annoy me on those pages as well. So, but yeah.
Dice que ya no lo hace tanto como antes porque le cagan los pinches anuncios que te tienes que soplar cuando te pirateas los eventos, y pues obviamente a veces pagar no vale la pena. Dice, ¿qué pedo traes esos en inglés? Me dijiste que gana la lucha. This guy says that he asked you for a picture at a show and you told him after your match. And that after your match never came, bro.
Sorry, man. But yeah, but that's the thing. Like, again, I that's not like by choice. Like, honestly, like we get swamped for photos so much that like I really want to stay. To me, it sucks because I really want to stay out there and take photos with everybody, but I literally don't have time. And then I go out afterwards to wherever I am, and if you come, you come. It's just I'm really sorry, man, and like hopefully next time, because I think I'm coming back to St. Louis Potsy soon. So just come get me again, man. Like I'm not like denying your photo or anything like that. I'm always open to taking photos with fans.
Yeah, because he says that he was there specifically for you.
Oh, that makes me feel even fucking worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, dude. I'm sorry, man. We'll definitely take one next time. Sorry, fuck. That makes me feel worse because, like, generally, as I said, like, I want to be out there and I take photos with everyone, but it's just like it's so much sometimes. And I know that sounds really shitty, but like, I generally don't have time sometimes before shows.
Dice que lo siente mucho y que se siente peor por saber que tú estabas específicamente ahí por él, pero dice que a veces, o sea, que a él le encantaría estarse tomando todo el santo día fotos, pero que a veces no tiene tiempo, a veces se tiene que salir rápido de las funciones, se tiene que ir a algún otro lado a luchar, y que te ruega tus disculpas y que la próxima vez que esté en San Luis Potosí, lo cual sucederá pronto, que lo vuelvas a abordar y que, como no, claro que sí, te da tu foto. How it was? Well, you already told us, but you can do it.
It was good, man. Like, again, I think he, for some reason, wrestling fans give him a bad rap just because of how he was when he was an active wrestler. But he was just super nice to me. He was like, the thing that is important to me is that somebody makes time for you and makes you not feel small or like less important. But whenever I would walk in a room, like one time I went to NXT in wherever the fuck they filmed it, I can't remember. And obviously they were all doing shit. They had like meetings, papers, fucking talking. They were standing around the ring. And we had just got there because we'd come over from England. And again, I'd only met him once maybe from the last tournament. And I just didn't really think he would know or remember me that much. But as soon as I walked in, his face lit up. And he came straight to me. He came to me and he shook my hand. He was like, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing, Travis? Blah blah blah. Like fucking how's this and how's things going and stuff like that." And I just remember thinking, I was like, "Fucking hell, like that's awesome." Like, he really made me feel like I was fucking somebody in the room. And I think that's really, really important, especially if you're the boss of a place, you want to make your employees feel valuable, and that's how he made me feel. And that's from that one experience. That's pretty much my opinion of him. And he's always been nice, always had time, always listened if I wanted to have like a word with him or something like that. So, he was great as far as I'm concerned.
Dice Travis que era a toda madre el buen Triple H, que siempre se daba el tiempo de atenderte si necesitabas algo y que sobre todo hacía sentir a todos sus talentos útiles, ¿no? Los hacía sentir valiosos, lo cual pues es importante en un jefe. Dice que una vez que Triple H estaba ahí en su pedo, pues ahí haciendo cosas de jefe, güey, cosas de gente millonaria, y que Travis pues iba pasando, ¿no? Por donde estaba él, obviamente en un evento de WWE, y que Triple H levanta la cara y va directo a Travis y lo saluda y le pregunta que cómo está y que se quedaron platicando, y dice Travis que a raíz de eso pues sintió bonito porque Triple H lo hizo sentir como pues, si fuera alguien verdaderamente importante, ¿no? O sea, siempre está bien chingón que alguien de la calidad de Triple H y más que es el jefe, güey, pues se toma el tiempo de saludarte, de atenderte, de hacerte sentir que vales, ¿no? Eso está súper chingón. We're gonna have 2 more questions, bro.
Okay.
Let's go with this one. This one is pretty good.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. That's a good question, man.
Yeah, it is.
I love LA Park's mask. Like that was like, but that's like I'm a little bit biased because when I was a kid and I would watch WCW, he was like my absolute favorite luchador. So like I'm a little bit biased to that mask, but I like more simple designs. So like something like Mystico's is pretty sick. I always like that kind of mask.
But you like the current mask or the old mask?
Maybe the older one, I think.
All right.
I have to look at them again, but I can't remember. But yeah. I can't. What are your favorite masks?
Oh man, I have so many.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
I would say Fishman. I don't know if you know Fishman.
Yeah, I've wrestled him a whole bunch of times. Yeah.
Well, Fishman. There was a guy called El Cobarde, the coward.
Oh yeah, and there's a younger version now.
Yeah, there's another one that it's not as known, but his mask was awesome. He was called Siglo XX, 20th century.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that mask is pretty awesome. Dr. Wagner Jr. mask is also freaking amazing.
Actually, because I was trying to like think about stuff, but like there's a mural, like a big painting by my house of Dr. Wagner Jr. just his mask. And every time I see it, I'm like, that's the fucking coolest mask I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's beautiful mask. And actually, his father, the original Dr. Wagner, used to have a totally complete white mask, but the junior one started to use different versions of it with different colors and with thunders over here and different drawings like eagles and stuff, and it just looks amazing. Yeah.
I don't, again, bro, like I love that's the coolest thing about Lucha Libre. It's just the fucking culture and like the instantly like recognizable mask. As soon as you see a mask, you're like, you know who it is, and like you know the legacy behind it, and like that's the coolest thing, man. Like I don't experience that anywhere else in the world. Like these like superheroes, and everybody fucking knows who they are, you know. But they're real people, and I wrestle with some of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dice Travis que su favorita tal vez podría ser la de Lea Park. Dice que la de Wagner también le gusta un chingo, que hay un mural cerca de su casa de la máscara de Wagner y que cada vez que la ve dice, esta es, güey, está muy chingona. Y dice que es algo muy, muy chingón que nadie más tiene, la onda de las máscaras, que porque te da, o sea, en cuanto ves la máscara, reconoces todo un legado y eso está muy cabrón. Y sí, la verdad, Bultitos, es que sí, las máscaras de la lucha libre son una cosa bárbara. I told you we were going to ask 2 more questions, but there's another one that it's a whole jewel, man. So we gotta have that one as well. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Which was your reaction when you saw the Farmacia?
It was fucking huge. He was on the right side of the road, like, because it was like dancing on the side of the road. I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I go like, is there people in the UK paying for watch this on pay-per-view?
No, no. It yeah, like it's funny too because like like whenever you walk past them, like if you catch the mascot's eye, they're always like looking at you, trying to get a reaction out of you as
Yeah.
well. I was like, fuck. Leave me alone.
Dice que están bien cagadas, dice, pues sí, dijo básicamente que están bien cagadas, que estaban bien locas de ver en Triple Manía. So we're going with the last question, and of course we're going to close with another one from Buffalo Chavez. Why not?
Oh, really?
No,
You
I
don't like?
didn't say that. I just said that I love pirates because I grew up watching Pirates of the Caribbean and Treasure Planet and Peter Pan, and there was
Bro,
I
Treasure
don't
Planet
know
is so sick. It's such a
I
fucking
don't
good
know
movie.
if this were around in New Zealand, but you know Imaginext
No.
is by Fisher Price. There are like little toys, and when I was a kid in the early 2000s, they released a whole pirate line. But
Yeah.
man, it was so freaking detailed and
Yeah.
super cool. I loved it. So yeah, I grew up in a pirate context. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when I remember me and my best friend that I mentioned before, we went and watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and we didn't know what it was. We just like, we'll just fucking go to the movies. When we came out, we were fucking like, we were going crazy, dude. That was the best fucking movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but as far as cowboy movies, like, I don't think there's like been a good recent one, has there, that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe like Django Unchained, but it's not really
Yeah.
cowboys, is it?
No, it's
It's
not a
like,
western. Yeah.
yeah, it's not really a western. There's Hateful Eight, but like I don't really like that as much as like Quentin Tarantino's other movies.
Yeah.
I liked some old school like cowboy movies. I like is like Tombstone. Have you seen that?
No,
That's a
never.
fucking great cowboy movie. Yeah. So like yeah, it's called Tombstone, and that was like that's always been fucking great. But yeah, yeah. I mean, if there's a good, I mean, I like all movies. I like any genre of movies. If it's a good movie, if it's a shit
Yeah.
movie, I don't really, obviously. But yeah, the Pirates is pretty sick as well. And I remember being so pumped for the second one when it came out.
Oh, it
Pirates
was
of the
nuts.
Caribbean.
Yeah, it was amazing. But so you would say you prefer them over the cowboy movies?
Yeah, I think so. I prefer Pirates.
Chinga tu madre, Búfalo, ¿ya ves? No, la verdad a mí me gustan las dos, Búfalo. La verdad, I like both of them, but I have certain I have a little bit more preference towards pirate movies. So yeah, we won. Yeah. Pirates rock. Yeah. Man, thank you so much for this.
Sorry,
1.5 hour that turned out to be into 2 complete hours. I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much, man, for being here. You know that you're welcome whenever you want, anytime, man. We love to have you. Anything you want to say to the Bultitos before we leave?
No, but mainly just to you, man. Like, thanks so much for you've been a very important part of like helping me with my reputation here in Mexico. I also ask you for a lot of advice and things as well off camera. So
and there's a lot of there's a lot of gossip between you and me. Yeah, yeah, chisme. Yeah,
but like, yeah, and I really appreciate it because all of this, like even this podcast here today, like, it really helps me out. Like any little thing really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So
awesome, man. Well, you're welcome here anytime you want. So, bueno, Bultitos, pues ahí está, su tío Travis vino muy amablemente el día de hoy, como siempre, la tercera vez que lo tenemos aquí en el canal. Esperemos tenerlo más veces, obviamente, y pues ahí síganlo en sus redes, para aquellos que no lo siguen, está en Instagram, está... You have Twitter, bro?
No way, man.
Fuck Twitter, yeah, me neither. Yeah, that's awesome.
No fucking way, dude. Do I have Twitter? Like, I mean, I still have my Twitter, but I don't fucking ever go on it, so I don't even know, dude.
But they can follow you. They can follow you both Instagram and Facebook, right?
Instagram, yeah, it's Travis_Banks13. Facebook is just Travis Banks Pro Wrestler. You can follow my TikTok, Travis Banks, as well. If you want.
TikTok, ok. Tiene TikTok, Bultitos, tiene Instagram y tiene Facebook y entonces se llama Travis Banks, así que lo van a encontrar muy, muy fácil, Bultitos. Pues esténse pendientes del Bulto Club, les vamos a estar subiendo más cositas en la semana, porque hoy salieron muchas noticias. Se despide de ustedes su tío Xefito y Travis Banks. ¡Mua! Bye.
Bye.